I'll be reacting to Miss Kuroitsu from the Monster Development Department, episode 1. I will be watching it off of Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting off my reaction in 1, 0, go! Oh yeah, I'm pumped up for this, because the key visual looks interesting. I'm assuming these are the villains just going off of the lighting, the melancholy vibe. Alright. This chick looks like she's an absolute beast as far as power goes anyway. Okay, I kind of like where this is going. I wouldn't mind seeing multiple evil factions just go at it with each other. The one that does that is so fucking adorable. They remind me of what is it called? Tokatsu? They remind me of Tokatsu, just off of the uniforms, the poses. Yeah, that one definitely reminds me of something I'd see off of Power Rangers or Super Sentai stuff. I love it. I love the designs. I don't know about the episode so far yet because I need to see more, but man, the designs look fucking cool. Yo, Fox man. Okay. Even though I have like the fucking random explosion behind them too. Oh man, I always love that over the top shit. I love a nigger talks with like the least amount of motivation in his voice. Doesn't sound like someone who's amped up for a freaking battle. In a way, wouldn't that be bad though? Because wouldn't that mean that the heroes would be trying to take them down though? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Unless like God's gonna destroy all the heroes. Oh, I thought for a second they found a way of getting rid of the heroes or some shit like that. Something dark. I love the way his eyes goes when he says that. It's like adds extra cheese to it. And I fucking love my cheese. I'm assuming this monster can go out of fucking control then. Going by the way she'd be talking. I mean, they're working in a society that has a lot of inhuman-looking individuals, though, so it shouldn't. It doesn't look like a surprise. I love how it's overly dramatic movements, though, with his hands and the smears. Okay, I guess it's going in straight to the opening. Okay, cool. I also see new openings, provided they're well animated, of course. Well, even the shitty ones usually have good vocals. What was that chicken-looking creature? I fucking love it. If that ends up being the monster, if it has like the Dragon Ball like Scouter, I fucking love that chicken-looking thing. Yeah, I want to know the story behind that thing. Hope we get to see it in the first episode. Looks fucking cool. Yes! Okay, so his name is Conan. Okay, I'm going to remember that name. Hydra. Okay, Hydra's design makes sense, considering all the snakes there. I wonder if it's going to be like them and just inventing multiple monsters and not just limited to one. As for the opening itself, it doesn't have the most dynamic animation, but it works because the song is pretty good. Like, for example, when she's like running the lady, it does feel like it skip frames a little bit. Okay, some of the girls look like Precures actually from the Precure series. That's done by Toei actually. Ah, yes, characters running towards the screen. Even though you see that in a lot of other animes, that shit never gets old. It just gets me pumped up for some reason. It makes me want to run too. Okay. I'm assuming the battle to make new monsters. I like how that's a little Star Wars reference there. With like the credits with the way they're scrolling. Kind of reminds me of Star Wars anyway. Okay, our chick looks like she has a damn high expectations here. Kind of sounds a little bit like Lancer from Fates Tonight, that voice actor. Hmm. Immortal Chamula. She make an excuse saying that it's he's more easily readable. Yeah. Oh, she's going with that excuse. Ha! I love how she just covers her ass like that. It's fucking adorable. I mean, hey, sometimes work happens though, where things drag out longer than they're supposed to. They're no. That's the bad way of looking at deadlines. They're usually inelastic. Poor Kuroitsu having to deal with this bullshit. Yeah, well, yeah, gotta keep the lights on. All right. I like how the established stakes system. Why is this so important too? And it works because at least so far I do like Kuroitsu, so I do want to see her employed still and get paid. What the? No, that looks like someone just cosplaying in a freaking costume. Doesn't look like anything special. Yeah, I could see why none of them are fucking impressed. I wouldn't be impressed either if I saw that thing. I'd be like, that looks like a cosplayer. I don't think they're thinking that. They're probably just shocked. Yo! And make it. Oh man. I mean, hey, if it actually drops the guard down on the hero, then that'd be pretty cool. What a fucking dick. Hmm. Okay, at least he's respectable enough to want the presentation to keep on going. Oh, okay, that explains his edge. Okay, now I can understand why. Okay, you know what? Never mind. No, he's not a dick. His anger would be justified here. Who would have thought a struggle for keeping someone alive would be so epic, though? I fucking love shit like this, where anime can make something small stakes seem grandiose and even entertaining to watch. And this can only happen in anime because even a few days ago, there was an anime that had golf, and golf is a boring ass sport. I tried watching it, but they made it fucking interesting in anime form. So that's the beauty of anime. I mean, the thing is, who gives a shit about the naming? As long as the creature's effective, then it should all be fine, though. You know, okay, he has a point about the sword a bit. At that point, the sword just looks there just because. Compromise? Maybe they can do a compromise to make things a little bit better. Yo, when she was just talking, it wasn't even a fucking battle. I mean, I guess trying to get them checks in this world must be really fucking nuts. That I'm a drink. I wonder if that's truly the case, though. Of course, it appeals to them because in a lot of Tokusatsu series, you have creatures being beat up until they power up after taking a good amount of damage. So I could see why they'd be appealing that. Yo, okay. And creating monsters, why would there be a? I mean, I guess I can see why there'd be a budget limit, but wouldn't that be an issue as to why they have troubles against the hero because they got budget limits, though? I think. Wouldn't it be best to just throw as much money into the kitchen sink to destroy the opposition? I kind of like this too with Kuroitsu, where at the very least she's considering out the monsters that she proposes at the very least. I love how instantly this changes still when he sees Megetsu. And I'm not going to blame him. I mean, all right, at least he admits that it's justifiable. Oh, what is that? Okay, this dude's a sweetheart. Who'd have thought an evil organization would care? Yo, if only actual workplaces actually did that, like actually cared in most cases. I know some places do, but most of them don't. Yo, okay. I wish I had. Okay, wow. Most people wish they had a boss like this man. I fucking love him now. Would have thought the HR of an evil organization would be so damn good. Okay, I like where this is going. I took a few HR classes. This feels ripped off of something I'd written in an HR book, and I mean that in a good way. At least some of it. I mean, hey, considering what happened, he's actually super lenient. Surprisingly so, actually. Oh, that sound. I like how the music gets fucking edgy. Oh man. I wonder what the hero did to the girl, to Kuroitsu though, when she was wearing that costume. Kind of feels like he rushed it a bit more there because they had a good joke built up, but they didn't show us the follow through. I mean, what was the hero gonna say? I wanted to hear his perspective. I wanted to hear how Kuroitsu got out of that situation. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit disappointed because I kind of am. No, not a little disappointed. I'm really disappointed in that. Felt like the episode went a little bit too quick, if you ask me. But who knows? I mean, even though that was a little messed up from the episode, it could probably redeem itself with other sequences, though. Because that was one of the few bits in the episode where I actually felt like Kuroitsu was going to be in danger being up against the hero. That's why I was a little disappointed that they skipped through it. It was legitimate tension. It would have maybe been a nice way of showing off how she deals with adversity and all that. I'm just saying. Okay, this actually, like, at least is showing us how, like, Aitsuka actually functions a little bit day by day. This is actually pretty nice. Shows you attention to detail, actually. I gotta admit, she actually looks pretty cool with the glasses, I ain't gonna lie. I'm assuming this wolf is gonna be Slade. Or should I say euthanized, like a dog in one of them dog shelters, unfortunately. Damn, this dude is fucking hyped. Oh. Actually, cannot wait to see Wolfie's character design. I'm assuming Blader in real life would actually be stronger than that. I mean, he would be stronger than that, though. I like he has a pose, and you see like the moon in the background. It looks cool. Yo, I wonder what this chick's gonna do. I was expecting a fucking dude, not a chick. Oh man. I don't think it worked the way they would completely want it to, though. Oh. Well, that's what happens to the lack of quality control, unfortunately. Wait. Oh, I thought Resident she might have adjusted it in some way, shape, or form for a second. But why was cuteness matter? I hope that doesn't affect Wolfie's strength at the very least. I thought you was gonna apologize. Oh man, I fucking love Kuroitsu. But what about the strength bit, though? I like I said certain parts, but not the whole body. Okay, that's actually not so bad, actually. I love how it all goes back to budget. Oh my. Oh, snap. I mean, I'm not going to blame him. Kuroitsu is pretty cool, so I could see why I'd be attracted to her potentially. Wait, he's Blader? All right, okay, okay. I like where this is going. I even like it when he takes out the blade. It looks like a fucking plastic toy, like he would sometimes in a Togatsu series. I fucking love this shit. So he is. Oh, okay. Probably could have used a little bit more extravagant pose than that, but hey, I guess the budget. Special thanks to those local heroes. Back here. Oh, okay. So they actually, okay, it's cool to see what inspired them. Actually, okay. Even though it's any animation, it's nice to see a unique ED to see what actually inspired them. Okay, that's cool actually. I'm assuming Little Girl's gonna get demolished. I'm actually surprised on that. Okay, at least here, the animation isn't just stills. At least there's some nice, some decent motion here. Wait. Wait, how does that make her stronger? Did you just go later? She won? Yo, that'd be a twist. Shouldn't they capture Blader though? He's knocked out. Oh, never mind. He's not knocked out. I take that back. Okay, I like how she always has an excuse to cover her ass. It gives her a lot of swagger as a character, actually. Hey, that's good. I mean, they deserve it for at least doing some damage to Blader a little bit. I mean, all right. Here's what I thought about this episode. If I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, I liked it. But there were flaws in the episode that I'm not going to deny. But first, let me mention the positives before I get into the negatives, though. Here's what I found about the episode positively. I like the unique premise of the main characters trying to build monsters that can take down the hero. It's nice because usually it's a premise of, say, the heroes just trying to take down the villains. Or if it's a premise involving the villains, it's the villains trying to eventually take down the heroes. But when that happens, it's usually in the instance where they try to take on the hero directly, not trying to make any monsters or anything of that nature. So that's why I like the writing. At least the premise feels more unique than your other anime. Now, does it rely on a few conveniences? Well, yeah, it does. I mean, pretty convenient that you have Kuroitsu being able to talk with the hero without knowing it's the hero. It kind of feels a little bit convenient, if you ask me. Not saying it's a deal breaker in the series for me. I mean, it really isn't, but it just feels like that's sort of like something that these type of anime like doing sometimes. But again, not a deal breaker. I just have to comment on it though. Aside from that, gotta admit, even though the episode wasn't the funniest, I got some chuckles out of it here and there. Like when they mentioned the whole lack of budget, or when their boss was actually caring about their health and how they didn't use their pay time off days, and how if they would have told him, he would have pushed back the presentation. Like stuff like that gave the episode a bit of extra heart and sweetness. And that's why I had to give it extra point, at least above average, because as far as originality goes, the jokes work because you wouldn't expect an evil organization to care about their workers like that, but you do in this series, and I like that. It kind of led to a pretty fun, nice little twist, because usually evil organizations and animations are portrayed as companies that don't work for their work, that don't care for the workers, and they look at the workers as corporate slaves. Here's like the opposite. They look at their workers as assets, which is what a good company would look at their workers. They will look at the workers like assets to help the company grow, not just as a means to an end or a cog in the system. So that's why I got to give the episode extra points for its originality when it comes to its jokes. At least when I compare it to other anime. So there's that going for it. As for the characters, that's where it's not as strong, but I gotta say, I like Kuroitsu a good deal. I thought it was sweet how she was trying to find some BS way of making an excuse for almost everything. It was fucking adorable. And I like it. It actually showed off her charisma. And another thing, I like the boss leader. Well, the one with like the metallic outfit. I thought he was cool. And how much it showed how much he gave a shit about his workers. That was actually a nice little surprise. So good characterization for him for the most part. And if I had to rate, say, the other bits like the animation was average, nothing special. They could have done better visually. Artwork was pretty fine. I dug the art style. And saying that, though, the pacing in this episode was a little wonky, though, because you had Kuroitsu encounter the hero, and then all of a sudden, the situation's resolved off screen. I'm like, okay, so what happened to Kuroitsu? This was like a scene that they build up with a good amount of tension, but they didn't follow it through with it. So that's where I see some downsides with the episode. It felt like it was going just too fucking quick sometimes. Like I see in a lot of anime these last few days, actually. I'm like, good lord. Can some of these animes learn how to slow the fuck down? Jeez. That's what I thought when I watched that bit in the episode. And here's the thing. It adds a little sort of plot hole here too, because it's like Blader sees Kuroitsu's face without glasses. Then he sees Kuroitsu again with glasses. And then like Kuroitsu looks completely different with her glasses on and off. She looks almost the same. I don't like how they just made the hero into a complete idiot, because he should have been able to realize that Kuroitsu is the girl that he talks to. Even when she was marrying the mascot costume, I'm like, for Pete's sake. That's my other issue with that scene. It adds a bit of a plot hole. So that's why, logically speaking, even though I did like the episode, there were some flaws that I can't just ignore. Not saying it's a deal breaker for me, because I liked the comedy for the most part, but it could become a big issue if it does things like this in multiple episodes. That's my only issue, and that's my only concern with the series so far. That's why I limited my rating to just a bit above average with a 6 out of 10. So I didn't give it a 7 or 8 or a 9. Just had too many flaws for me to give it anything higher than a 6. But I still enjoyed what I saw enough to want to react to an episode 2, though. And I'm still excited to see what they're going to do in the next episode. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would really love to hear your thoughts on how you feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching my video, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye bye.